So Nicki did an interview where Funkmaster Flex said the best song on the album was Barbie Dreams, and it's that's weird because Barbie Dreams is, and she said this as well, is like that didn't take nothing, like that was bubblegum rap. She was just playing around, and it wasn't like real lyrics. At the end of Barbie Dream, that bitch went nuts, and I really wish that was another song.
Mm-hmm.
Like the beat changes to another song and she just goes
Mm-hmm.
completely haywire after the Barbie Dreams, which is a remix to
Biggie's
Biggie's
uh is it called Dreams?
it's called
What
Something
is
Dreams.
something Dreams? Whatever. Y'all know what
Or
we
it might
talking
just be
about.
Dreams because Little Kim also
Right.
remade it to another
Now,
Dreams and then
can I
Nicki
just
made
say,
it and turns to Barbie Dreams.
now can I just say, I've been thinking about this since we did the podcast when, we were sharing the argument that we often have about writers, versus rappers, and who has the it factor and
Hmm.
all the different things that go into making an artist. Something actually happened to me recently at work. For people who don't know, part of my what I do in my day job is like I do like copywriting, brand storytelling, creative strategy. And so one of my contracts is at a design agency. So we literally like help brands with like rebrands. And we recently had a meeting where we were talking about how we need to rethink how we are presenting like stylescapes and like design directions and even like tone of voice and like brand work like that to our clients, because they are not designers. So they don't know what the fuck we are talking about. So if we come to them talking about how we made specific decisions about a stylescape, right? Like that our graphic designers have come up with, I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about because they're the designers and that's their background. And what we learned during a recent presentation is that how we present the work that we've done is just as important as the actual work that we've done. If we cannot
Hmm.
sell them on what we've done,
Hmm.
then like our job is not done as an agency. And I think that it's important to bring that up as an example in this conversation, Pierre, about like writers and like technicality, because when you talk about Nikki, I know that you are talking about it, like you always say, as a rapper, as someone who understands poetry, words, format,
Hmm.
language, and how it can be played with in different ways. And I think, Pierre, the truth is that most people who listen to music in general and most people who listen to rap don't.
Don't.
Like you are
Hmm.
really thinking about music on the level of somebody who is really immersed in the details. And that's just not how people consume music, especially
Hmm.
popular music, which like hip hop and like the music that Nicki
Well, they
makes.
used to listen to hip hop like that before hip hop.
Yeah,
When we
back
was
when only
Lil
80
Wayne,
niggas was listening to it.
no, when we Cecily, when we grew up to Lil Wayne, we like Lil Wayne for one reason and one reason only. That motherfucker said some crazy ass shit. I'm silent like the S in lasagna or some of the real G's moving silent like lasagna and like he used to fuck our minds up. And when Nikki first came out, she used to be saying shit that we used to be like, "Did you hear what this bitch said?" And we still do to this day, but more so, it's more so about if it's something that we can vibe and dance to.
That what has shifted in addition to that is also, how people talk about how part of the reason that hip hop has changed is because we went from like drug dealer music to like bottle popping music. Like it like there was a visible shift
Oh
between
yeah.
like, that's why people don't dance in a club anymore, and that's why, you know what I mean, because like the culture shift. And I think the same thing happened with lyricism, where it wasn't about like who is saying the most clever thing, is who is saying the thing that I can relate to the most.
Hmm.
So like that is why we see certain female rappers who like kind of get like grasped onto in that way that you really hate, because you don't feel like they doing good wordplay, but it's like they capturing the energy different. So we get the singles, okay, and then we also get we got the we got a VMA performance from Nicki that
Yep.
year. She performed Chun Li on SNL. She performed with Little Mix.
Yes,
Like
that was I like
Miss
Little Nick.
Mamas was on her way to a
She
good rollout. And then Queen Radio happens. Friend.
just speaking honestly, this is my least favorite era and album of Nicki Minaj. I'm so much not a fan of this album that I don't even I know more so about the rollout than I do the actual album. Like I
That
listened
part.
to the album once or twice and I was done with it. I didn't like the songs. I didn't like how messy the rollout was. And one of the things I really, really hated was Queen fucking Radio. Even though I tuned into every
Every fucking
motherfucking
episode.
episode.
Yeah. I mean, that is the story of Queen. That Queen was overshadowed by Queen Radio. And that's tragic. And let me tell you why it's tragic. Because this was supposed to be Nicki's. What Doja Cat just did with Scarlett, she watched what Nicki did with this album.
And did it better?
I do. I think she did it better. I think the execution was better. Doja Cat was intentionally trying to, I said this in the last episode, she was intentionally, I think that she was trying to intentionally rid herself of the fans who were overly invested in like her pop music and pop era because Doja knew that for her that shit was not sustainable and that she was not gonna make. I don't think she really thinks that there's that I don't think that Doja really thinks that those fans are like stupid and like for not getting the deeper picture or anything like that. But I think that she leaned into that as a divisive, controversial strategy for the album to tighten up the fan base because she knows the type of music that she was gonna make. And I look back at Queen and I hear the songs on Queen and I feel like Nicki was like, I've made my money, I've paid my dues, I've got this. I've got us the credit that we fucking deserve for this streaming shit. Like, I've done this fucking work. I've worn the fucking chicken wing necklaces and the ugly fucking pink wigs. I've done the pop girl shit that I needed to do to be able to make the fucking money that I want to make. But at the end of the day, I'm here to be the best fucking rapper. That was always what I was trying to do. And I'm excited to get back to that. That's what I think Nicki was trying to do with this album. And because that's the last album that we've gotten from Nicki, and it was overshadowed by Queen, she was never able to do that. And now she's continuously trying to tell us that she's the best rap bitch because by beefing with all the other rap bitches.